Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm blessed to have you here with me today to build this car or work on this car further. So, one of the things that we're doing today is I'm going to go over, I think I figured the tires out. So, I took the tires that I did have, glued them together, and then I took a little bit of sanding, but we sanded it down. Got the rim in there, and we went ahead and what I've test fitted, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is the hub on the inside, and what I might have to do is just go ahead and file this down just a little bit and go ahead and make that a little bit more narrow so I can get that up and under the fenders. The other thing that we're working on is we're working on the engine still. I've added in some detail right here to the oil filter with a little black stuff on the bottom, a little bit like looks like a rubberized coating to simulate that being like a ram filter. Went ahead and painted the starter black. Got the transmission section painted off like an aluminum color. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill out the holes for the spark plugs, and then I'm going to paint these cylinder heads, or valve covers, sorry, like a silver color, because that's, in all the photos, that's what I'm seeing, and I want this to be as correct as it can be without it being overdone, which I'm probably going to end up doing that anyways. Okay, so we've drilled out where the spark plug should go. That wasn't that hard. One of the things that started happening while I was drilling was the paint started wiping off the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and repaint it, and then I'll probably clear coat it, because I feel like this needs a clear coat. Well, the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these valve covers silver, and probably paint the intake silver too. Right now we're going to drill out for the heater hoses and the water lines. So go ahead and get that started. So this is a 62 Impala SS convertible, and during 1962 Chevy ended up producing right around 705,000 units. 704,900 to be exact is what I found. And out of that, 99,311 units were the SS version. Wow. Kind of fun little facts. And out of the SS version, there was convertible options as well. Obviously, we're building a convertible, and there was a hardtop option. Your convertible was approximately $3,026 with the V8, the SS option, and the 6-cylinder version of it was $2,919. Now, I don't claim that these numbers are completely accurate. I've looked them up on a few different sources, but I'm no expert. I'm just giving you a little bit of fun facts, something that I think would make the video interesting anyways. It would appear that based off from the information that I looked up, the cost of the convertible versus the hardtop was a difference of between $295 and $300. The convertibles being approximately $300 more expensive. Alright, so I'm drilling out the last heater hose right here. So we're going to drill right along front end of the engine right there. I had to reference my photo in order to figure out where I wanted to put this. What I'm doing here is I'm just offering a representation of where it would go on a real car. Is it accurate? Probably not fully accurate, but I'm just having a little fun with it. Trying to get a little bit of, I guess, relaxation time in terms of doing the art thing. So I went ahead and mixed up this paint using a little bit of Tamiya, and I left my brush on the other side of the room here. So I'll go over the tire first, and then I'll come back to that. So as I told you when we first started, we got this rim to fit in this tire. And the other thing that I like to do is just go ahead and scuff that seam just a little bit, just to go ahead and make that disappear. So it looks a little bit more realistic. That's all we're going for. It's just a little bit of a realistic look while having a piece that you can share with your company when they come over, or that you can enjoy yourself artistically. So in order to get these tires to fit the rims, I glued them together, but we got to go ahead and pull them back apart. So just got to work at it a little bit, get them to pop, and then you scuff down the inside of the rim with a little file. The inside of the tire with a little file until you fit the rim down inside the tire. So we can work on that here a little bit too. Got my brush. We're going to go ahead and get this painting restarted. So I think I'm probably going to try to be a little bit more simple with the engine. I was going to initially try to really detail out the engine and just leave the rest of the car box stock, but I don't think that's going to be something that I'm able to do, is really detail out the engine with return springs and stuff like that, because this paint is not cooperating. So first car back, like I've said in the other videos already, first car back in 25 years. So, and we'll get it figured out. Well, welcome back. It's been a couple days since I've been able to work on the model, on the Impala, that is. So one of the things that I was trying to go over with you the last time was that I was getting ready to paint the top of the engine on aluminum or a silver color, and also the fact that the paint's kind of wiping off, that I used that Tester's acrylic. So what I'm probably going to do is detail the rest of the engine, because all of that will be up on the top here, and then go ahead and get the bottom of this repainted and then glued into the frame. I've ran into yet again more tire trouble. As I showed you the last time, we got some tires working for the car here, but I went ahead and, as I was sanding out the center of this half a tire, I cracked it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's broken. I don't think that's a huge deal, because we were able to get the tire back, set in the tire. So we're going to super glue that up right now. Try to get that set so that it doesn't, we don't have to touch it again, and the hope is that it'll kind of do its thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this rim, the rim front, inside the tire. Oops. And still got a little bit of a crack
but I'm not worried about it. I probably could do a better job, but at this point I'm just a little aggravated with the process as it goes, so I'll go ahead and get some glue on there. I'll put some glue on the inside ring of the tire. Put this down and put the cap back on. That was hard to work even with the short amount of time. I'll put that together. Yeah, you can see it. This isn't a show car, it's my first car back. So we'll just kind of stuff it up in the top of the fender well or something. We'll let that sit and let that get hardened up or cured or however you want to say it. So the other thing that I want to do is I want to glue the front seat backs on, which are right here. Because what I'm looking to do now is I'm at the point where it looks like it's going to warm up this week. So I'm going to try to get the undercarriage painted, the suspension parts, everything is going to be either primered gray or black will be painted, and hopefully that'll work out toward the end of the week when it's warm, and we can move forward with color painting this car within sometime in the next week. We should be able to get it back together, or get it all put together. So then we'll set that aside. So the next piece will be, we want to clip this out, and then this, right here, and this. That's all we're looking for, is that for the suspension parts. We're going to set that aside. That's going to be painted black. Don't need anything there. I know I'm not using these valve covers or that intake, but if these are primed up, I might be able to use them again sometime down the road. And I believe this is the wiper motor. We're going to paint that black. Okay. So we're not going to paint the exhaust black, obviously, but we will paint everything else on this tree black. It's going to be a flat black. Oops, well, that was connected right there. So then everything on this tree is going to be painted the flat black. It's going to be the firewall, the radiator, the little shroud that goes around the fan, the rear end, and the drive shaft, a couple other things. So I'll get that painted up, put that back in here. I do have to get some more paint to do the interior, because I want the interior to be a dark blue. And the car is gonna, like I said, I have a color that's roughly the same color as the car in the box, so that's gonna be a light blue. So that'll probably conclude this update. I'll get back with you after I've primed up the car. It's going to be primered in a light gray, and after I've primed up all the other running gear, it's going to be primered in a flat black. And then we'll move forward with probably some assembly. I do have to get some accessories for the engine. I've got to get the plug wire, the right gauge size, and also the heater hose and all the heat plumbing for that. And I'm considering buying a distributor from Iceman Collections in order to go ahead and get. I like the way their distributors are because they look like they're pre-drilled, so pretty happy with that thought there of getting one of those. But we'll be back with you. Hopefully you guys liked the facts. I'm going to try to continue to do that, or the information about the cars. I'll do another little informational on the next video. Really all I'm doing is just looking it up. I don't know if it's full accurate information, but I am trying to cross-reference between 2 and 3 different sites. And so we'll keep that up. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you think of it. And until we see each other again, everybody out there, stay blessed.